we start, let's first recall what is learned last time. So, I want to, gusto ko ng isang volunteer na mag-differentiate what is formative and summative assessment. In your own words lang, yung madali lang na give me a number, Julia. 7. 1. Yes, Mr. Sumaya.
The difference between the formative assessment and summative assessment, the formative assessment is the way to measure yung prior knowledge ng students before start our lesson. And then, ang summative assessment is measure yung knowledge ng students after we discuss our lesson.
Yes, exactly. So, bakit nga ba gumagamit ng formative assessment during instruction yung isang teacher? Yes, Mr. Sumaya.
Nagagamit the teacher is ginagamit yung formative assessment yung the instructional para maka-adjust siya sa kung ano ang dapat niya or kung ano ang strategy na dapat niyang gawin to deliver para maging effective yung pag-deliver niya ng kanyang lesson.
Can you give some example of formative assessment?
The example is yung questioning.
Ano pa? Yes, Brian. Ay, pwede ka bang magbigay ng some example ng types of formative assessment? Yung sinabi na ni Mr. Sobecan na questioning and
sabi na pala yung oral questioning.
aside sa oral questioning.
Tanong ko lang yan kanina. Feedback.
Yes, feedback. So, you are right. Nakalimutan niyo na ba? Marami yun. So, aside sa oral questioning, meron tayong feedback, meron tayong short quizzes, and meron tayong class discussions. So, paano ba, ay nasabi nga di ba kanina na informal oral questioning. So, paano nakakatulong yung informal oral questioning sa pag-gather ng evidence of student learning? Yes, Mr. Soriano. Pwede mo bang sabihin yung point of view mo if paano nakakatulong yung informal oral questioning sa pag-gather ng evidence ng teacher sa students learning? Paano nakakatulong yung oral questioning like ganito yung ginagawa ko? Paano ito nakakatulong para sa akin na mag-gather ng evidence kung yung mag-gather ng evidence based sa iyong naintindihan?
Nakatulong ito sa mga students para to make adjustments. Kung sa adjustments para makagawa ng paraan ng teacher para makadapo ng mga estudyante sa kanila.
Yes, that's good. So, it let teachers na i-check if yung students is may na-learn ba siya doon sa discussion or sa lesson na tinuturo niya pala. So, ba ang mga kinds ng question na tinatanong ng teacher during discussion or during informal oral questioning? Any idea, Ms. Connect?
Open-ended questioning.
Yes, very good. So, isa doon ay ang pagtanong ng open-ended questions and probing questions, follow-up questions, and yung mga question na beyond siya sa answer na yes or no. So, why do you think it is important for teacher na mag-gather ng evidence before giving feedback? Any idea, Miss Lan? Why do you think it is important for teacher na mag-gather ng evidence before magbigay ng feedback?
It's important for teacher to gather evidence first before feedback because hindi naman alam ng teacher kung ano yung bigay ng feedback sa students without evidence na kanilang learning and as well as those evidence na buka sa kanilang learning aside sa feedback na gamit sa more instructional adjustment.
Yes, thank you. Very good. So, tama yung sinabi ni Miss Lang na pag walang nag-gather na evidence, so anong ibibigay na feedback yung teacher? Hindi naman pwede na magbibigay siya ng feedback na wala siyang nag-gather na evidence. Kasi pag magbibigay siya ng feedback na gano'n, it is unhelpful or very general yung feedback na ibibigay niya. So when you give a feedback, dapat it is specific and meron itong purpose or yun nga, ito ay ginagamit para mag-adjust. Pagkatapos mag-gather ng feedback, kanina lang ito tinanong ni Ma'am, ano ang susunod na ginagawa ng teacher after gathering feedback? Ay, gathering evidence. Gathering evidence. So, murag ko man luya ang tanan. Can you please stand up muna? Then sit down. So, pag sinabi kong raise your right hand, yung i-raise niyo yung left. Tapos pag sinabi ko na left hand, yung i-raise niyo ng right. Yung right. Okay? So, raise your right hand. Raise your left. Raise your right hand. Yes, Miss Mandato. So, ulitin ko pa may question. So, after mag-gather ng teacher ng evidence, ano ang next step na ginagawa niya? Bigay ng feedback. Yes, exactly. So, ang next na gagawin ng teacher is mag-provide ng effective feedback show students where they are, where they need to go, and how to close the gap. So, yung topic natin today is mag-focus tayo sa providing effective feedback for embedded assessment. So, I want you to think na kung ay yung huling nagbigay yung teacher sa inyo ng feedback, kung ito ba ay short, brief feedback, or mahabang feedback. So, discuss with your peers kung anong feedback yun, or I mean, is it maikli lang na feedback or mahabang feedback? And do you think feedback na nagka-clarify lang ng yes or no, or tama yung correct, or tama yung answer mo or hindi, or yung feedback na merong detailed feedback about sa answer mo. So, ano yung mas nakatulong na feedback sa'yo? So, I will give you 1 minute to discuss with your pairs. So time is up. I want magko-call ako. So can you please give me a number, Miss Anhan?
9.
Left or right?
Left.
Left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sorry. Left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Princess, time mo. You have to be very, konti na lang yung time mo.
So, dito na lang. So, so based dun sa napag-usapan nyo, ano yung feedback na naaalala nyo, last feedback na na-remember nyo? Is it short feedback or mahabang feedback? Detailed, ay kumbaga, simple confirmation or detailed explanation with Yes, detailed. So, ano yung ma-remember mo na sinabi niya na matandaan mo na nagsasabi na detailed yun? Like, ano yung ma-remember mo na sinabi niya? Paano mo nasabi na very detailed yung feedback na binigay niya? So, yung binigay niya na feedback sa'yo is nagbigay siya ng strategies or sinabi niya yung weakness mo and your strength sa report mo. So, hindi ko na babasahin yung objectives. Based sa scenario na ito, can you please everyone read?
Simplify the fraction 18 over 24. Student answer, 9 over 12. Why did you choose to as your common factor? Can you simplify further? Because that was the first number I saw that first. Correct. 9 over 12 is simplified fraction. 9 over 12 is correct. But
natin na there is two different two feedback. So, the first one is simple siya na feedback, which is yung sinasabi lang na kung tama ba or mali yung sagot mo. And then the second is, nagbibigay yung teacher na, ano binibigay ng teacher dito? Yes. So, it's not just nagbe-verify na yung teacher na tama siya or mali siya, but binibigyan niya ito ng strategies or binibigyan niya ito ng feedback na makakatulong sa next taon yan gagawin ng isang estudyante. So, dito na papasok yung two types of feedback, which is verification feedback and elaboration feedback. So, ano yung mas better na ibibigay natin na feedback sa estudyante natin? Is it verification feedback or elaboration feedback?
Elaboration.
Bakit elaboration feedback? Miss Ayunan na.
Mas better na elaboration feedback kasi dito mas magiging alam ng students kung paano gawin yung steps ng nangyari na mas magiging clear sa kanya yung yung procedure ng
Yes, thank you so much. That's right. So, mas very helpful yung pagbibigay ng elaboration feedback instead sa verification feedback. But, the question is it okay when a student answers right or wrong, and then is it okay sometimes to use elaboration feedback instead of verification feedback? Yes, Miss Samar. Good. Kunyari, sumagot yung student, then yung sagot ng student, it's either right or wrong. So, is it okay ba na always gamitin yung elaboration feedback?
I guess if student is answer is either right or wrong, it is very useful to use verification feedback, and then after is elaboration feedback kung saan yung mali and tama doon sa sagot ng student.
Yes, that's right. So, pag nagsagot yung estudyante, dapat binibigay natin yung reason kung bakit tama yung sagot niya at kung bakit mali yung sagot niya. So, the very helpful feedback is the elaboration feedback. So, dapat sinabi nga na yung pinaka-helpful na feedback is yung elaboration feedback. So, dapat ba all the time gamitin natin yung elaboration feedback? Yes, Miss Lang.
I don't think we should always use elaboration feedback because based sa pag-aralan natin last time, it's like high level and low level. Sa elaboration feedback kasi very detailed yung pagbigay ng teacher ng feedback. However, sa verification, it only needs to check if tama pa yung sagot ng estudyante o hindi. Which is actually important din na hindi lang magpasok ka na always na yung mahaba ng feedback. Kaya parang redundant na if alam na masyado ng student na tama yung sagot niya. So, verification lang hindi. Parang check lang yung accuracy and basic knowledge.
Yes, that's correct. So, hindi lahat ng oras or time na is gagamitin natin yung elaboration feedback. For example, yung question is ganito. Who was the first president of the Philippines? So, kailangan pa ba na gamitin yung elaboration feedback? No. So, yun, very common, hindi naman common sense. Kumbaga, pwede itong magbigay ng feedback yung teacher dito na verification ng yung format. So, yun na nga, yung alam na magbibigay yung teacher ng feedback na is it right or wrong. And then yung elaboration is, yung feedback na ito is nagbibigay ng, ay nag-explain kung how and why yung sagot mo, kung paano siya naging tama at kung paano siya naging mali. And some reasoning. So, ang pagbibigay ng feedback ay hindi lang nakabase sa ditong dalawa. So, there are 4 other types of feedback. So, the 4 types of feedback is target reference, scaffolded reference, and standard reference. So, I want 4 volunteers to pumunta dito sa harap and pumunta dito sa harap tapos ididikit ito kung saan itong feedback, ito is mga feedback. Ididikit nyo ito kung saan feeling nyo under siya sa feedback na 4 na ito. So, Tristan and Miss Shakira. Miss Cacho. Ito yung 1, 2, 3, 4. Ito ang matulog dito ha. Miss Cacho. And then, Miss Tasik. Yung sa tingin mo lang kung saan siya belong. Oo, ay padikit lang. So now, let's discover together what each means and how they can Sa feedback na hawak mo, what do you think? Saan nakafocus yung feedback na yan? Can you read it? Yung feedback na hawak mo.
Then the goal of solving 8 out of 10 problems correctly shows you're on track with the target.
So, saan nakafocus yung feedback na yan?
The target problem.
Yan, exactly. So, yung feedback ng teacher is nakafocus sa target goal ng isang learning ng estudyante. So, tama yung answer mo, Miss Passing. And then dito sa number 2, pwede pakibasa yun.
Try breaking the word into syllables first, then read it aloud. Sa scaffolding.
Yeah, so we have a prior knowledge naman sa scaffolded, di ba? So, yung scaffolding is yun yung tinutulungan muna ng teacher yung student sa bagay na hindi niya pa kaya and then gradually pagkalaunan na, tinatanggal niya na yung guide niya or yung pag-a-assist niya if kaya na ng estudyante. Yeah, so that's right. So the third is, can you please read your, you improved from your last place by 3 points. Great progress. So where do you think it is? Ano?
Great progress.
So, sa tingin mo, saan siya
Self-reference.
Yes, so, yes, tama yun. So, yung feedback na ito is nakafocus ito siya, nakafocus ito siya hindi sa target, hindi sa process, kundi nakafocus ito siya sa performance ng isang estudyante. So, kunyari, yung own process ng student over time. And then, nung pagka-next naman na process is, may progress na nangyari. So, yung binibigay ng teacher dito is like this feedback na nagpo-focus siya doon sa process ng estudyante and sa progress niya. So tama yung answer mo. So can you please
This learn about the class of very This learn about the class of very
so so yung feedback na ito yung feedback na ito is feedback that compares a student performance against a standard, benchmark, or a group. So, hindi siya nakafocus sa target, hindi rin siya nakafocus sa process, and hindi siya nakafocus sa progress ng isang estudyante, kundi nakafocus siya sa buong klase. Kumbaga, dito pumapasok yung i-compare yung sagot mo or yung answer mo sa classmate mo. Meron akong can you please read Miss Lagyab?
Your score was higher than many of your classmates. What might this indicate about your strengths and areas of improvement?
So, based on this feedback, sa tingin mo, saan siya belong dito na
Iharap mo. Sa standard difference. Kasi, nandiyan na yung compare kasi gina-state dyan na yung score ng students is much higher sa other classmates niya. So, ginaano dito kung saan siya, emphasize kung saan siya dapat magkaroon ng strength and saan dapat yung i-improve.
Yeah, so that's right. So, tama yung sinabi ni Miss Lagyab na yung feedback na ito is kino-compare yung answer niya doon sa mga classmate niya. And, yes, can you please read Mr. Osorio?
Compare your performance on this quiz with the last one. What does this tell you about your learning progress?
So, in the fourth type, other types of feedback, saan ito na-belong?
Nasa self-reference.
What is your basis na this type of this feedback is naka-angkla siya sa
It focus in learning progress and performance in the student.
learning progress nino ng classmate mo or ng
Sa kanya.
sa mismo sa sarili mo? Yes, that's right. Thank you so much for your answer. So, Miss Mona, can you please read this one?
Here's a tricky word. What strategy could help you figure it out step by step instead of guessing?
So, where do you think it nakaangkla sa for paano mo nasabi na this type of feedback is scaffolded types of feedback siya?
Based on the strategy na ipapaka ng teacher ko. At yung strategy na gagawin ng student para ma-figure out yung mga words.
Yeah, so tinutulungan ng teacher or binibigyan siya ng tips or ideas kung paano niya ma-figure out yung answer niya or paano niya gawin. So, last one. Miss Harris, can you please read?
You solve most of the problems in this step. How do you say this shows your understanding of what is learned?
So, sa tingin mo saan siya nakaano? Yes. What is your basis? Paano mo nasabi na target reference types of feedback siya? So, bang his or nakalagay dito na masasabi mo na target reference siya na feedback? Kasi nakasuot siya sa target goal. Yeah, so that's right. So, yung feedback na ito is doon siya nakafocus sa learning goals ng isang estudyante. So,
Ano na tayo? It's actually time already, so no more questioning wrap up.
tapos
Okay.
pero mamaya pa yan.
Alright. May ika-clarify lang ako ha. Yung self-reference feedback is actually not comparing it to others. Hindi dapat reference ang standards reference. Yung last na type ng feedback, it's more of comparing it to an exemplar. Pwedeng exemplar ang basis ng comparison natin, which ang exemplar kasi ay nagpapakita ng specific level of performance. So it's more of comparing to established standards. So kung ano ang nakalagay sa, sabihin na natin, curriculum guide, kung ano yung criteria, yun yung sa standards reference. Which is a little bit can be confused with target reference actually kasi pareho silang based sa target, di ba? Based sa objective. Pero yung isa ay ano ba yung difference ng target reference? It can be specific objectives lang na ginawa ng teacher yung target reference. Pero ang clear sa atin yung standards reference ay naka-anchor talaga siya sa curriculum. Okay? Sige. So, next na tayo. Pakiri,
Post right.
not pause, restart.